weatherman and described the Illinois game as a thunderstorm. Is it fair to say the next couple games, the forecast looks pretty good based on the level of team you're going to be playing and what they've accomplished?
I don't know. I mean, we're going up against good competition still. It's the Big Ten. You don't know what's going to happen. So, I mean, I'm hoping the forecast looks good. That's what we're practicing for. That's what we're getting ready for. But overall, we're just going to keep working, and we're going to play football how we know how to play football.
Yeah. I know you keep your head down and focus on the next game, but where is the thought of being able to win out and what that can do for your season and what that can do for post-game play? Where does that play at all, or is that even a thought anywhere in your mind?
I mean, yeah, we want to win out. We want to go to a bowl game. Biggest thing is we got to play this game. Like, we got to get through one game at a time, and once we do that, I mean, it'll all fall into place. But yeah, 2 more games. We're gonna go out there, play this game, play the next game, and whatever happens, happens. So we have to deal with it.
Okay. Yeah, what have you seen? Like, can you see tangible growth within yourself? Are there things you recognize within a game that you think about in weeks 1 and 2 that maybe you wouldn't have recognized or you just notice?
Yeah, I feel like we're just doing better at taking care of the ball. There's still minor mistakes that we have. Like, the Indiana game went through 2 picks, but there's the little details that we have to work on. So, I'm not going to sit here and say, like, it's not all my fault, but there is some things that we can work on together. And, there's, yeah, I feel like I have gotten better within myself in the game. It's gotten a lot slower to me, and, just taking it day by day, still working at it. So, yeah.
How much is the pressure? I know you obviously you still got to, do what you do, but the pressure you've seen the last couple of weeks, how much does that affect you trying to go through your reads and get the ball out to where you want it to go?
Pressure is going to affect everything. Like, it disrupts the game, so we just have to work on little things, little details, and get right so that those things don't happen so we can progress to the next step.
Jonathan yesterday had pointed out was that 4th down coming out of the half near midfield where you took your time in the pocket and completed it for the 1st down. He pointed that out as a play that shows your growth. Do you see that as being something, maybe a play you wouldn't have been able to make beginning of the year or last year?
I feel like I've always been able to make the plays. It's just the fact of, like, mentally, am I going to be able to, sit in the pocket and take the hit and throw the ball, things like that. Yeah, it's probably something I probably would have got happy feet 4th down, last year, or coming in week 1, week 2, week 3, probably would have got happy feet, But this week, growth every week. So I guess, yeah, it looks good. We didn't get the win, so I didn't really watch the film. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's yeah, it's growth.
Coach Russell mentioned that, in his mind, progress is linear. Sometimes you'll take steps forward, you'll take steps back. How hard is that to process for somebody your age? Going through the ups and downs of the season. And seeing what you were able to accomplish against Iowa, but then having the setbacks that you've had against Indiana and Illinois lately.
I knew there was gonna be growing pains. Didn't want to be as bad as they are, but it is what it is. There's gonna be growing pains wherever I would have went, and I chose to go with coming here with Coach Smith and going through the growing pains along with him. So it is what it is. We all gotta figure out what we're doing right now, get through this season, and then shake back.
What would you say? I guess you've grown a little bit as a runner in terms of, like, making when to take off, when not to, how to navigate the pocket. Of course, they're putting you in more positions to run the ball now lately. But is that something that you look at yourself too and feel like you've made some strides in that regard?
I'm just doing what's best for the team. Whatever they need me to do. If they need me to run the ball more, I'm gonna run the ball more. If they need me to hand the ball off, that's what I'm gonna do. If I gotta make a play and get a 1st down, that's really just what I'm here for. I'm here to be an all-around threat as a teammate, as a player, and just basically keep defenses on their toes and help the team out as best as I can.
You healthy as far as we saw the hit against Indiana coming out?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm straight.
When you mentioned coming over with Coach Smith, it takes a lot of trust to transfer with a coach like that. I'm curious where that trust comes from with him. Where did that develop? Where did you guys gain that?
I think I talked about it a long time ago when I first got out here, but I want to say at Oregon State, I used to talk to him, started talking to him a lot more during fall camp, and I had growing pains in fall camp, struggles, freshman, just like not playing how I wanted to play, and I had good talks with him and really just built that trust, built that relationship over a few weeks, over time. And then when the season hit, I mean, it was like, okay, cool. Like, no matter what happens, even before he even like whispers of him going anywhere, but no matter what happens, I want this to be my coach. Like, that's how my mentality works. And my family loved him. Like, that's why my family was a part of my decision in choosing to go to Oregon State, and the same thing. Like, they were a part of my decision to come here. So, he's just a great guy, great coach, and I love playing for him. So it is what it is. Yeah.
10 games in, is it? You obviously had the chance to show what you got as a first-year starter. Is there anything you've learned over these 10 games that stands out more that you wouldn't have guessed coming into the season, you wouldn't have seen coming?
Not. I mean, yeah. Like, I've been playing football for a while, so like, I mean, I've seen a lot. But I mean, just as a first-year starter, it's just a lot you see within the game. And it's not really like what I learned like over the 10 games, but it's just in general, like with this team, with this offense, being a starter. It's just growing with it. It's a lot of growth that has to be done from not even first week, but from fall camp to now, spring ball to now, and it's a lot more on your shoulders than you think. But I mean, I chose this job. I signed up. I know what I signed up for. So, yeah.
And how much more growth do you see yourself capable of achieving?
I see a lot of growth in myself, but overall, I see a lot of growth in this team. I mean, I still think we have a dangerous team, and we still haven't been able to showcase what we can do, and that's partially on me. But at the end of the day, I think as time passes, I think we'll be able to showcase that.
How do you guys get there? 2 games to go at least, maybe a third. Like, how do you guys get to where you still feel like you can get? What are those areas that you feel like are attainable or clean up the hole, in these last 2?
It's just doing the little things, We honestly, we've had a problem with doing the little things, the details, minor details, and they hurt us. Like, again, like I said it before, we got away with it the first 3 games, and then after that, teams started to expose our minor mess ups. That's what happens, and after that, we just gotta after we figure that out, then we gotta score, gotta execute. After we fix the minor details, gotta execute, and that's really what it is.
I want to ask you about Nick too. You guys have been working together for a while now. You were a freshman last year, obviously. He seems to just continue to sort of be on this type of arc for you guys in terms of usage and production, things like that. Sometimes freshmen sort of take a step back later in the season, even if they play early. What have you noticed about him that's allowed him to sort of continue to be such a big part of what you guys want to do?
Physically, mentally, and emotionally, I don't think he's a freshman at all. Like, you see it, like he's 6'4", 210. He weighed the same amount as me. Like, he's a big dude, and mentally, like he's talking to us like he's been here like a veteran. Like, after practice he'll bring us up, like say some encouraging words, say something that we need to like hear, and that's really good for our team in general, and that's good for him. He's on the rise, and I mean he has no ceiling. I don't think, like, sky's the limit. He has all the tools he needs, and he'll grow from here for sure.
You and Montori have seemed to really click since that first bye week. Has anything really changed, or is it just a matter of execution?
Really a matter of execution. I mean, Montori gets open. I mean, you gotta get him the ball. You gotta get our guys the ball, and I think I feel like I've done a better job with that, but I feel like we've all done a better job of just doing the little things as a quarterback receiver standpoint. Just running the right depth of a route, or just getting to where you need to be, getting to your landmark. And I think we've done that really well, and it showed. But still gotta execute a little bit more.
After seeing this program, playing 10 games, what makes you most excited about the future of the program?
A lot. I mean, we have a lot of talent on this team, young, and some guys that might not be here next year. But we got dudes that can fill that role, and I think the culture is changing. I mean, we haven't been winning like we want to, but I feel like the culture is changing, and we're doing what we need to do to keep that culture here. And next year, I think it'll be a whole different story.
Anything else for Aidan? Good?
Sure. How do you guys get Jack more involved? I think coming into the season, we thought he'd be probably a bigger piece of things. Is that something you guys talk about, or do you want to get more?
Oh, we for sure want to get all our tight ends involved, though. But like, yeah, Jack hasn't had a touchdown. That's kind of sickening to me. I mean, I like Jack. I know Jack wants a touchdown, but things aren't going how we want them to go right now, and we're gonna work to get him the ball as much as we can. But we're gonna do whatever's best for the team.
Our team's just taking him away, or that position away.
Not all the time. It's just
flow of the game.
flow of the game, and then things happen, And he's still gonna be there, and we're gonna get him the ball as much as we can. Like we're gonna try it. Yes, sir.
Thanks, Aiden.
Yeah, appreciate it.